Alright, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the donut shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Borderbruggen, coming to you live from my front porch, watching the remains of Hurricane Nicholas pass by. Hey, Charles, good morning. Yep, so according to Space City Weather and the National Weather Service and all those people, Nicholas did turn into a Category 1 hurricane and then hit just southwest of Houston and then passed right over Houston. Hey, Charles, again, good morning. Blue skies up in Dallas. Helen is here with the hugs. Get your Helen hug. Get your Helen hug. Cool. Yeah, so right now, almost 400,000 Houstonians are without power. No serious flooding, so that was their big concern. But the wind took out a lot of trees and power lines. Skiff, my boss, he is without power. So yeah, like I said, last checked, it was just at like 400,000 Houstonians without power. Hey, Cinnamon, down in the medical center, are you down there? Are you going in? Or things shut down there? All the schools are shut down, and like I said, a lot of the power is out. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Clover, happy Tuesday to you. Yep. So, looks like I may be doing a work from home day, or maybe even my boss will come up here. Ooh, better clean the toilets. But anyway. Hey Tina, good morning. We went through it without any problems. I was woken up last night around 4:30 when the storm hit here, and it was massive amounts of wind and rain. I did notice my patio furniture has been knocked over in the backyard, so I gotta go and pick that up. But other than that, not too bad. Hey Ian, it's been a while, my friend. How are you? Let's see, Helen, 66 atmospheric high of 90 predicted. Yeah, and in some places, a lot of it depends. Here in Houston, they're saying it may only be in the 70s if the cloud cover stays. It's chilly right now. Very, very windy. Wow, look at my yard. I need a sprinkler system so bad in the front yard. Hey, Andrea, good morning. How are you? I'm looking. So the intersection down the street, if we have a flood event, floods, but it doesn't seem to have flooded, so that's good. Okay, Simon, no issues with flooding. I have power. I have to go into work and cross over Braeswood, so I will see how deep that is. Oh yeah, Braeswood Bayou. That's one of the scary ones. Hey Ian, all right. Good to know you're doing well. Yeah, we're fine. So those of you who aren't a sponsor of Merriweather's World, or aren't a sponsor of Foraging Texas, I guess, there's up at the top of the page here of the Foraging Texas Facebook, there's a become a sponsor or something like that. They get the free access to the Monday night margarita madness meeting Merriweather sort of thing. And so we were at the bar, Tres Amigos, as usual on Monday. Mrs. Weather was there because dance was canceled, so she said, hey, I don't have to be anywhere tonight. I can be with you. And there was much rejoicing. And so she came along, and we actually ended up with a big crew of people at the bar hanging out together. And so the live video went 2.5 hours. Anyhow, but it was a good time. Hey, Mom, Dad, good morning. Much needed rainy morning. You can have some of our rain. We got plenty to spare. Like I said, we actually got hit by kind of a pop-up surprise Category 1 hurricane, but we're all good. It's just a really bad thunderstorm. Category 1 is like, unless you're like on some sort of emergency power ventilator sort of thing, then maybe there's a problem. Uh-oh. All right, Dina, good morning. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. No power, made coffee with the old percolator on a camp stove. It's good to be prepared. Cinnamon. All 11 cats, including the feral, came in last night, so they slept well. I didn't, comma, they had night zoomies. Yep. the middle of the night cat raceabout sort of things. I don't know what, from an evolutionary point of view, I guess they're thinking, aha, there must be mice somewhere. I don't know. Or the ghosts. They're protecting you from ghosts. Yeah. Consider that to be the thing. But yeah, we had a good time at the at Tres Amigos last night. So Chris McMartin was there. He is head of the Junior Air Force ROTC in the Woodlands here. And so he talked about flying. He would fly, actually he was the navigator on planes flying researchers down to Antarctica and all the special things that become involved when you're trying to fly a big plane into Antarctica and all the problems they can have. So it was very interesting. Okay, hey Kimberly, good morning all. Let's see, good morning, all is well here in Goodrich by Livingston, the light rain. Good. Hey Roxana, welcome back to Texas in the hurricane. Oh, this is interesting, Jennifer. My cats want out when severe weather is coming. Interesting. I wonder why. Hey, it's Serenity. Hey, tribe, camped out in the hospital. They gave us rooms to sleep so we don't miss our shifts tonight. Ah, nice. Okay, so were you there last night too, or did you just roll into the hospital? But hey, you're here, and that's what. Well, I guess it's important that you're there, but it's great that you're here. Man, that wind is still going. Hey, okay, Holly. Good morning, tribe. I hope all is well with you all. We're good here in Montgomery. How is the wind up there? Because it seems like Montgomery would probably be on the dry side of the storm, if I remember the track right, but still kind of windy. No power outages or anything like that. Okay, Serenity. Yeah, I worked last night as well. Oofta. So was it kind of a slower than normal night or a busier than normal night with the weather? Oh, hey, Laura's here. Good morning from Canada. You're missing all the fun in Texas. We got hurricane. All right, Donna. Good morning. We didn't get any rain yesterday as expected. Yeah, it seems like the rain numbers for this storm were vastly overinflated, but they don't know. They don't know. They predict, but yeah, predictions not so good. But hey. Tracy, good morning. Praying for us all. Thank you. And please, especially Melanie Black, who lost her fiance 2 days ago. Kind of a shock of blood clot thing, surprise blood clot. And yeah, I don't know how to react to things like that. In the words of the famous sage Homer Simpson, I don't know what it's like because I've never lost anyone important to me. So yeah, death is, I don't know what to do about it. Just try and put it off as long as possible. Okay, so Jennifer, very quiet here between Huntsville and Shiro. Okay. Yeah, that's what we got here too. Holly, big wind, outside stuff banging around. Power comes from Willis. We rarely lose power. Okay, so you're part of the Willis power plant there. Yes. Ah, yes. Serenity. It's been busy. Lots of moms giving birth. I've heard that occurs when you get the low pressure associated with big storms, because it's like it triggers the birth there. So. And actually, so the wind it's dying down some. Even in the last hour, it's really dropped down quite a bit. It's noisier than it looks. Okay, we got a little rain this morning in Freestone County, but it wasn't severe. Okay, that's good. Then the power, I'm assuming the power was okay. Oh. Let's see. All right, Melanie, you are here. And again, how are you doing this morning? A lot of people are thinking about you today. We still Humans don't do death well. And what did Keanu Reeves say? He knows what happens after you pass on, as everyone who loved you misses you severely. Something like that. Yep. Kimberlyn, dry here in West Texas. Yeah. Have you guys ever had the effects of like a hurricane? I'm sure it's not going to be a hurricane by the time it gets to Midland, but any big tropical storm or anything like that. Hey Dennis, good morning. Nicole, good morning. I hear skies are blue up in the Dallas area. Yeah, looks like there was some wind last night based on the leaves blowing off the trees. Right now there's not much going on. Yeah, just checking the news before coming on. There's almost 400,000 Houstonians without power. And then they're waiting for the wind to die down some before they go out and start fixing the lines. So they say it'll probably take up to 24 hours to get everyone back on power. But yeah, my plastic lawn furniture is knocked over. Alright, Helen, we will probably get some of that storm rain tomorrow. Hopefully. It's good rain. My rain barrels are filled up again. Ooh, I need to close the valves on the rain barrels. Note to self. Ooh, Cinnamon, I sat in probably about 20 bereavement training classes. I do the tech. And have had 7 deaths in a year in a family. I still don't know how to react or what to say when people have deaths. Okay, that makes me feel a little better, because it's just, I think like the human brain rejects the concept until it's just like taken and shaken. So. Okay, Laura, can you describe how your grandfather made the elderberry tonic? I want to try and make some, but I always like to hear how it was made in case there's a nuance that didn't cross in the recipe. All right, did you see the recipe on the Foraging Texas website? Let me post it up there. There's the only other addition, and I think even mentioned, is you have to be watching a Godzilla movie while making it. But let's see. Is it under elderberry or is it under something else? Something else. I think it's, let me see here. Yep, okay. Let's see, so, well, this is weird. Don't I have, oh, okay, yeah, it's in there. All right. Yeah, so fill in a 1-quart canning jar, 1/3 to 1/2 full with fresh elderberry flowers, no stems. Add in 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 shots of trickle step orange liquor, that's for flavor. Then fill in the jar almost to the top with vodka. It's it's one of those things that you just go ahead and throw the stuff in the jar and call it good. There's not a lot of magic or nuance in it. So yeah, just use the elderberry. Let me just copy this, paste it here. Elderberry tincture. Hang there. Oop, I spelled elderberry wrong. Oh well, so be it. Why is it not going? Is it going? It's gone. All right. Oofta. Hey, speaking of Oofta, we don't have Wolf here. Yep, we don't like death because we were created to live forever. We don't like endings. And it's not so much endings, it's just a change. That's what I keep telling myself. Oop. Hey, Jennifer. Good morning. Hope y'all are hanging in down there. Yep. Doing fine here on the north side of Houston. It's more the center of Houston, like where my boss is, that is without power. So I got power, he doesn't. Oh, I have coffee and he doesn't. I've been trying to work with him on preparedness. Hopefully he does have like a camp stove or something. Okay, Laura, you saw the recipe, just new at it. Yeah, there's very little, there's no nuance. It's nuanceless. It's just throw it in a jar, shake it, let it sit for a while. I like that word, nuanceless. I'm going to have to use that more often. All right, Simon, sat on the patio about 2 a.m. watching all the wind and rain. It felt energizing. I love storms, just need a bigger yard to watch it. That would be good. I don't recall there being much lightning last night. I was woken by the rain and the wind and by the water sensor in our attic. Yeah, so that's a small problem with our roof. But other than that, yeah, I don't recall there being much in the way of lightning and thunder, and that's what I like to see. It's the lightning and the thunder. 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 Yep, humans aware that death is inevitable, but filled with optimism that it won't happen today. Yep. Oh, hey, Jonathan, morning tribe. I'm late today. My notice failed me this AM. It seems like Facebook is really weird about that. I don't know what's going on. So. Ooh, okay, good morning. Someone gave me a wild medicinal plant from Louisiana, Manglaire. Have you heard of it? Supposedly good for colds and fever. I've heard of it off the top of my head. That's all I just, the name triggers a pop-up in my brain, but I don't know anything about it or could even pull it out of a list. It might be a vine. I'll have to check it out. Dennis, there's almost always a breeze blowing here in the Liberty Hill, Leander area. It was more cloudy here last evening, but it looks pretty clear this AM. Yeah, stuff is on its way, though. Radar report. Okay. So according to the radar, the storm has moved off to the northeast. It's slamming East Texas and Louisiana now. Okay. I wonder if I'm going to get called up again. That was like a day ago. They put out the alert that there might be activation of the Red Cross, but we'll see. Ooh, Andrea, elderberry lemon echinacea jelly is good. That sounds nice. Yeah. All right, Kimberlyn, you got your notification this morning. I don't know. So sometimes behind the scenes on Facebook, someone once said that basically it only sends out announcements to 10% of your followers or even less unless you pay Facebook to, boost this thing, and then they'll send out to more. So Laura, I love old cookbooks with the notes like, don't use the round glass pan. But why? You didn't write why. Now I have to make it in a round glass pan just to know what happens. Usually it's because the round glass pan was a special, wedding thing or something like that. Or, it's like, husband's not allowed to use the wife's scissors. Thought I heard the neighbor. Yeah, good point, Melanie. In my experience, I don't see much lightning and thunder with hurricanes, which is kind of odd. Yeah, and I wonder if it's just like the wind is stirring up things more. I don't know. Interesting. Serenity. As a society, we aren't taught to deal with death. We expect doctors to be able to fix us and elongate our time on Earth. 100 years ago, people had a better grip of life, death. Yeah. If you're, more exposed to it. Yeah, water sensor in the attic. So, I don't know why, but the hot water heater is up in the attic, and then like the part of the furnace and the blower and all that is up there, and they each have the drip tray. And I've learned over the years that we've had a water heater go bad and basically burst its seams twice. Long story short, in each of the drip pans and stuff under the different pieces of equipment, like the water heater and the two furnaces, I have a little water sensor in there that when that pan starts to get water in it, it alerts me, because usually that's a bad sign that water is collecting in there. But when we have really bad winds, we got water coming through the roof, heavy rain and heavy winds, we get water coming in through somewhere and collects in those pans and then triggers the alarm too. And then I go up and stare at the roof and curse for a bit and then think I need to earn more money. But yeah, it's just the sensors are mainly there for in case there's a condensation issue with the furnaces, AC units, or the water heater is about to crap out again. But it also tells me when rain is coming in through the roof. Yep, Cinnamon, no lightning or thunder, just the sounds of leaves blowing, which is a good sound in its own right. Alright. Hey, Willa. Good morning. Bernice, hello. Oh, okay. Ah, Manglia, also known as groundsel bush. Okay, if it's groundsel, then it's Seneca family, which is then very poisonous, but often the difference between medicine and poison is dosage. So yeah, the groundsel does have some medicinal uses, but it's very careful and there are better choices out there. Hey, Sarah. Ooh, just got my fall fire cider batch going. I need to make, I need some time. Fire cider is so good, especially if you want to like fight things, and fight things I mean like, you know, infections and so forth, or help with things. One of my coworkers from IT department explained that Facebook doesn't have enough server space for the amount of data, so it's starting to lose bits of info. Interesting. I know Amazon is having a similar problem. Alright, Nicole, I didn't receive my notification either. So you just have to assume Mark will be here. Yep. Jennifer, one day ago it was predicted that we'd get 1 foot to 1.5 foot of rain. Now it says maybe half an inch. Yep. Okay, so in elder tincture you use raw or dried berries. Dried berries, if I'm making the syrup I'll use the fresh berries, but for the tincture I usually make I pretty much only make the tincture out of the flowers because the birds get all my berries. But with the flowers you don't have to dry them, you can just use them straight as is. Oh wait, okay, so it's not the Seneca. Bacillus, hemiphilia, groundsel tree, sea myrtle, consumption weed, eastern backwoods, ooh, salt mulch. Okay, what's really interesting about these common names here is that they apply to other plants, like this Bacillus hemiphilia sort of thing, and then it has all these things. The eastern bacillus is also a different plant. Consumption weed is also has a different scientific name. The groundsel bush, the salt marsh elder, also has a different name. So yeah, that's where it gets really confusing. Common names versus scientific names. So this is interesting. So this is not the plant I was thinking about. So cool. I need to do some research. Okay. I've reliably received notifications since you started doing the donut shop. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it just assumes you know to show up, and so it'll send the notification elsewhere. Facebook works in mysterious ways. Hey Chris, good morning. Per Mo the Moon Onion, everything I put in composted cow manure has died. Oh, hold on. Let me go get Mo. Be right back. Mo has two fronds. Say hello, Mo. Hello. I don't know why Mo has a French accent, but he's hanging in there. He, she, it. So, I'm gonna do this here. Yeah. Anyway, Mo is growing. Mo is growing here. We'll let you hang out here for a while, Mo. Hopefully that will be good. Okay. So yeah, Mo is still growing. And so the next thing I want to try, I need to get some prickly pear cactus seeds, because I think cactus could do well in the lunar and the Martian soils. So we're going to try that. All right, Laura, we are in the weird temperature up here. You need pants and a sweater in the morning and shorts in the afternoon. We got close to frost temperature last night. No thank you. No thank you. Okay. Sarah, so for your fire cider, I grate fresh turmeric. I was out of horseradish root, but added some hibiscus and rose hips. Vitamin C. Along with a dash of lemon verbena and rosemary from the garden. Ooh, so it'll also help with the calming. Nice, and cough suppressant type stuff. It's hard to find horseradish nowadays in the grocery stores. You really got to look for it. Okay, ever heard of vagus nerve stimulation? I've seen some videos about it and I'm curious. No, doesn't ring any sort of bell actually. I'm surprised. Usually some nerve stimulations, but nope. I'm not sure. Is the vagus, is that the heart? Don't know. Hey Siri, good morning, and Siri's daughter, if you're there. Apologize for not remembering your name. That's why I'm not in sales. Jonathan, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. I've always found odd that men should fear death, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it comes. I have always liked that. That and cowards die many times before their deaths, but was it heroes die but once or brave men die but once? Yeah. Shakespeare knew what was going on. He was one of the ultimate humans in understanding of human nature. Okay, found some sites saying Mangalore tea cures colds and coronaviruses, so that's a bold claim. Yeah, so it's like, you know, the antiviral. Okay, I guess they put the water heater up there for pressure reasons. That's what I'm thinking too, but it just sucks having the water heater up in the attic. I think that the damage occurs far outweighs the pressure thing, especially when increasing pipe size will help with that. Yep. And like all the houses in our neighborhood have the water heaters up in the attic, and every so often you'll see everyone with a pile of carpet and stuff in their front yard waiting for the garbage man because the damn water heater blew up and soaked their house. I wish I looked into what it would cost to plumb it into the garage, and it was excessive. It was extremely excessive, and I'm just mad about that. That's one of the few things I really dislike about the house is the damn water heater up in the attic. That is just stupid. Laura, I just set an alarm on my phone and Alexa that says donut shop time. That works too. Dennis, I usually sleep late since retiring. I can only imagine. Diane, low on the scissors comment. I have several for hair, food, sewing, gardening, and paper. Hubs can only use a pair that I give him permission to. Same in our household. You know, like if I even glance at Mrs. Weathers' quilting or fabric shears, oh boy, nope. She will do more than glance back at me. Okay, the stream keeps pausing for a few seconds, then restarting. I wonder if that's part of the storm stuff. We were having problems last night at the bar with the stream constantly going. Well, the people are talking back to you, and we even got Laura there as I'm saying hello back in my best Quebec accent. I do too. If it doesn't send me a notification with the link, I have to dig through Facebook until I find it. That sucks. You guys don't have it bookmarked? Interesting. Laura, is it true that rose hips are better after a first frost for harvest? So a lot of times the first frost will trigger a chemical process that will remove some of the tartness, but that tartness is also the vitamin C. So I would say no, personally. All right, you got let's see. Hey, it may not be 12 inches, but it smells like a foot. Okay, moving on. Melanie, I normally look forward to winter because that's camping season for me. Now I'm thinking about driving the truck on ice up and down mountains, and I'm kind of scared about it. Understandable. I wonder, well, I was thinking like, joining a smaller trucking firm, say in California or someplace that just does local driving, the last mile sort of thing, where you're not driving across the country. Jennifer, I have lots of horseradish, one thing I can't kill. Yeah, it does spread, or it doesn't, well, I guess it does kind of spread, doesn't it? But yeah, it's one of those things, horseradish has a big root, and if you leave any of that root in the ground, it generally regrows another horseradish plant. Okay, the vagus nerve is the longest and most complex of the 12 pairs of cranial nerves that emanate from the brain. Yeah, so I can believe our stimulating it would be a good thing then. I'm basically under the impression that most nerve stimulation is probably good to a point. I mean, once it's overstimulated, then it's like tickling. Then it just gets no, stop, or I kill. Oh, hey, howdy from Sarah's husband. I'm not a Facebook user anymore. That's because you're smart. Fortunately, I'm not as smart as you. Man, there's something came across the news that I was going to ask you about, and I can't remember what it was now. But it was a computer security thing. I don't remember now. It was like a few days ago. Whoop. Stop. Ooh. Okay, Siri, I found Leavenworth's I can't say that, Orengo yesterday. I tried to figure it out if it was useful, but the internet was not helpful, and I didn't find any listed on forage in Texas. No, it's just pretty, to my knowledge. The Native Americans probably smoked it, but that's about it. All right, Dennis, can't you grow some horseradish in raised beds? I had 4 foot by 4 foot ground spot for it in New York. Yeah, that would work. Huh. Laura, our water heaters are in our basements. Wait, do y'all have basements? Nope. Like in Houston area, no basements because they would flood. The water table is like 2 feet under the soil here, basically. And once you start digging a hole, it just fills up with water. And so basements are a no-go here in Houston. Then in some other parts of Texas, they are some, but like in the hill country where it's mainly limestone rock, again, no basements there. So yeah, growing up in Minnesota, we had a basement, wonderful place. Spent many an hour changing the wall. No, just kidding. Many an hour down there playing. But no basements here. Yeah, and we looked into that. So the instantaneous water heater sort of thing. And it has potential, but the people we talked to said that one of the things is to avoid voiding the warranty, we'd also have to put in a water softener, which now, speaking to others, said no, that's not true, so I don't know if it's true or not. But it also became ridiculously expensive. Water heater in the attic is more of a cost-cutting thing because it takes less pipes. They also don't have to make a spot for it in the house, so they can claim the house has an extra 4 square feet of living space. Yeah, probably the case there. Okay. There's nothing worse than taking my daughter's sewing scissors or picking up her phone. It's good that she has a sewing scissors, though. All right. Oh, Holly, I'm off to feed the chickens and survey property. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Will be. It would have been fun to come to the bar, but I'm still ranting, breaking, and crying fits, so I wouldn't be good company. I understand. I was kind of wondering if you'd show up and you would have been welcomed, but understandable. They said Mrs. Weather was there. Wow. I'm trying to remember the last time Mrs. Weather has been in a bar. I can't think of a time when she was in a bar. Well, I mean, other than like when we were dating back in grad school. But we'll be there next week if you're in town. Send that rain to Austin, please. Go to Austin. See if it listens there. Okay, so yeah, the frost will sweeten up the rose hips. I picked them in midwinter in New York. They are also tender, like I said, but unfortunately I think there's a loss of vitamin C. Okay. After I have a year into driving, I can change companies. I'm still too new at the job to hop. That makes sense. Ooh, good morning, Tribe. What are you dreaming of planting and harvesting? That's a good question. Whatever God gives me. Actually, planting, I need to plant some new citrus trees. All right. Hey, we're in a good spot for the group take. Yay! Group take, group take. Let's get this out of the way. The immune pill. Got to keep that immune system up. Though the latest news, like on the Delta variant, is pretty good. Like they're saying, yeah, you probably don't need the third booster shot and things like that. And it's not any more transmissible than some of the other ones. The brain pill. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. You stay in there. Mustache. I need to trim my mustache. I'm starting to get mustache hairs in my mouth again. The liver pill. Come on. A uric acid pill, which I don't need. The blood pressure pill, which I don't take for blood pressure, so I don't take a full dose, but it has some wonderful antioxidants for general, like, vascular cleansing. Whoa! Cat-like reflexes. The Serenity pill, which I'm going to start taking after classes. The Libido pill, hopefully soon. And the Stonebreaker pill, and I'll take one of those because it's always good to have clarity. That's so good. Whoop, ooh, wow. All right. Oop. All right. Sarah, I didn't get up growing any this year. Bummer. Super, did you plant from seed or get plant starts? I need to start some this year. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but depending on what I'm doing, I usually like to start with seedlings. I don't really have the space to grow seedlings, so I will, either let nature deliver seeds and let them grow, or if I'm actually going to buy plants, I'll get some that are already fairly decent size. Alright, I heard the vagus nerve keeps the nerve impulses inside the nerve because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Alright, that's a good one, Melanie. Hey James, good morning. You gotta just, like people saying, Alexa, play the donut shop. Things like that. Yep, and it is on YouTube too. If you don't like Facebook, you can pop over to YouTube. Hey Henry, thanks for the, Henry sent me this cool dog on a trampoline video, and the dog looks so happy. It's like, I'm flying, and it was like a bulldoggy sort of thing. And you know how you can tell when a dog is smiling? This dog was having a great time. It just made me feel good. Ooh, interesting. Montrose has basements a lot in their houses. I did not realize that. Interesting. Montrose is just a unique place. I wonder if the Heights then too does. I know Miniweather uses Discord a lot, so maybe I have to look at that, but everyone's here, and so switching somewhere else, not high on my list of things to do. Hey Evie, good morning. Ooh, yeah, peppers. A friend and I are trying to start a hot sauce company where we can claim everything in it is all natural. I think you have a shot at that. I don't know if hot sauces need preservatives. If you have the vinegar and so forth, you're probably okay. That would be sweet. See, in Houston, soon houses will require to be on stilts and raised climate-changing bayfront properties of our grandchildren. I'll see it when I believe it. I figure as long as the in-the-know rich people are still buying the beachfront property, they're not afraid of the sea rise. But we'll see. I wrote fabric only with Sharpie on my sewing scissors. That's probably a good idea. Oh wow, okay, Laura, oldest daughter is very excited about her first day working on big trucks. Cool, is she like a diesel mechanic or something? That would be awesome. I think I mentioned that Mini Weather is just freaking out now, and she's kind of wishing she had never signed up for college or anything. She's in that last stages of, oh my gosh, I'm about to be on my own, and I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, yeah, you'll figure it out in 30 years. Alright, Kimberlyn, sounds like water sensors and maybe a cam, so you don't have to go up there. It's the best way to go. I'll go and check it. I like to know what disaster is befalling me. Lenore, oh wow, I can't believe how bad I am at being here on time. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to be first. Okay, second, or maybe 10th. Come on in. Most of the bars in upstate New York went the way of small farms. That sucks. So they're all corporate. Hey, Roberta. Good morning. How are you today? I'm always looking at the things on your door there. Those are cool. Those are painted on, I assume? Or are those actual deer heads? Don't know. Ooh, apple, yeah. Fall apples. That is something I miss about being up north. And like up in New York, there's some wonderful apple orchards. And all the myriad varieties of apples. I'm kind of in the mood to plant some carrots. If I was actually going to plant something right now, it'd probably be carrots. Melanie, plant my feet and harvest some organs. Someday. Hello, Janine. Been a while. I'm doing this today. Glad I got the cool kid schedule. You're here. It's been a long time. Been a long time, been a long time, been a long time. Yep. Breathe deep, the gathering doom. I was just listening to that song when I was driving up to San Antonio. It's on my favorite, and I can't remember the rest of it, though. Let's see, my immune pill is wellness formula. Do you know that one? Can be found everywhere local. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. That's pretty good. The wellness formula. It's in a lot of the stores. Oh. Good morning, everyone. Much needed rainy morning. Okay. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. I was thinking you were already here. But, okay. BJ, an elder, a lamb's quarter, and a weather walk into a bar. We had a lot in the bar last night. It was awesome. But we had some bad news at the bar. That the Tres Amigos, its lease is up and it's being kicked out at the end of September. So it's like, wait a minute. No. And then they said, yeah. So kind of bummed about that. So we're going to have to find a new place to gather on Monday nights. Carol, like Tabasco, there's a secret sauce, fermented. Yep. Fermentation does awesomeness. Ooh. You got to put some of the prickly ash, toothache tree husks, seed husks in it to get that Szechuan thing going on. The numbing agent plus the hot agent. Very, very good. Oh, wow, it's 8:02. All right, let me just zoom through. Whoop. Okay, Chelsea, is white willow bark a good alternative for baby aspirin to help thin the blood to reduce blood clots? I know baby aspirin causes havoc on the stomach and looking for alternative for people that should be taken daily as a preventative. You get, if you get cancer. So here's the thing. The chemicals in the willow bark are exactly the same as the aspirin. Once it hits the stomach, and hits the stomach acid, they turn into the same molecule and have the same effects. So as far as stomach issues, it's not going to be any less stomach issue-ish. So the willow bark and the aspirin, same thing. It's going to taste different in your first swig, but once it hits the stomach, it converts into the molecule that can cause the problems with the stomach, unfortunately. So other blood thinners, a really good blood thinner is Burdock Root. And I mean, well, Burdock Root is part of the liver pill, but it's also, you can buy Burdock Root tea. If you live near an Asian store, you can buy fresh Burdock Root and just use it basically like a carrot, or kind of like a carrot or a potato. And by like a potato, I mean hash brown it, and that's really good. Okay, but yeah, the willow bark is going to have the same effects as regular aspirin. Okay, does decaying limestone give off radon gas? No, that's the granite, and it's not so much decaying as much as the strontium, the radioactive strontium, I believe, is the one that breaks into the radioactive radon. But I don't know if there's an issue here. Now, upstate New York, radon was a huge issue. Okay, and as long as it retains, the hot sauce retains a pH of less than 4.6, so very acidic, it's considered shelf stable. Cool. Okay, just a quick scan here. Hot sauce, fumes, gas, surgery, well ventilated area, Taco Tuesday. All right, it is 8:05. I need to get going. So, Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, but today is Tuesday. I guess you all knew that. All right, so Mom, Dad, love you. Tribe, love you. Melanie, love you. The rest of you, just hang in there, and everyone, just try and do good. And or if you can't do good, don't do anything. Just don't do bad. I'm babbling. I guess time to end broadcast. Take care. End broadcast.